We now know the name of the 85-year-old Columbus man who died from the coronavirus in Minnesota.
A true son of the Midwest, Robert Short called this city home, his home, for more than 50 years. He lived a life dedicated to helping improve the lives of a whole lot of people. Our Sean Lanier spoke with Short's 3 children, all of whom shared touching memories of their dad.
Robert Short was a son of a preacher, and his children believe that faith, family, and education were very important to him. They say it's what drove him to uplift people who were around.
He had a great life, traveled the world. He had beautiful kids. And you know, beautiful wife and kids. You know, I don't think Dad would have changed one thing.
Robert Short's 3 kids, Montague, Mitzi, and Mark, can laugh now because they truly believe their dad lived the life he wanted to live with no regrets. He was the oldest of 5 and was the first in his family to go to college and was part of the ROTC. His youngest son says his dad has roots in Tennessee and Indiana, but he considered Columbus, Ohio, home.
He's like, this is where I live. You know, I'm in Columbus. I'm a part of this community. Mount Olivet is my church home.
A church where he met his wife and served as a longtime deacon, chaired the deacon board, and chaired the pulpit committee that brought Dr. Charles E. Booth to Columbus.
So I think of my dad as an old-fashioned, God-fearing man.
Robert also cared about Columbus, specifically the black and underserved communities, as he served as the board chair of the Coalition of Concerned Black Citizens from 1989 to 1995.
We would always know what Dad stood for, and everybody did, and knew that he would stand up for what was right, regardless of, you know, whether it was a popular thing or not.
Through all of this, his kids say he still put family first and enjoyed spending time with them. He was doing just that on March 9th. It was his annual family vacation to Mexico, a place they've traveled every year since 2001. Here are pictures of a smiling and seemingly healthy Robert, but about a week into the trip, he started to feel sick, but he thought it was just a cold.
He said, hey, I've had worse colds before.
At that time, none of his family thought it was the coronavirus, but because of the spread of the virus, they decided to cut the trip short and came back to Minneapolis on March 20th. It was the only direct flight close to home. In less than 24 hours, Robert went from walking off the airplane to making this final call to his daughter.
He said he was in his room and he was going to be admitted, and here was the number, and you know, good night, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
On March 21st, he was placed on a respirator and died on March 22nd. And his children say they are still trying to get the funeral arrangements together, but with all of these stay-at-home orders, it's becoming very difficult, but they are making progress. Local for you in Columbus, Sean Lanier, NBC4.